Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Welcome to my video of the top 5 things I want to see out of the Power Rangers franchise in 2022 and beyond. As per usual with these videos, this is 5 picks of what I want to see this year, but it also kind of broadly extends to beyond that. And most of the picks aren't just like one pigeonholed thing, it's kind of a broad idea of something, but you know how it works. So let's go ahead and get started in at number 5. So, number 5, Lightning Collection fans. Stop. Just stop. Number 4. So for number 4, I really want to see them throw out this like series Bible of rules they've been using for some time now that I think is holding the franchise back. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by that, in a couple a couple Q&As recently on boards, it's come out that like they're following certain rules of how Rangers are supposed to behave and what they're supposed to do for the show. Like Rangers can't have a conflict for more than one episode because people were wondering why Zato and Ion couldn't have had an ongoing storyline about who would be leader. And I think it was Simon Bennett that said, oh, because we have this mandate that Rangers can't like fight. They can't be in conflict for more than, they have to be unrealistic mannequins. And I think they need to, throw it out might seem a bit extreme, but I think they need to amend that. I think they need to calibrate this series rules because for me, I think it's holding the series back. I mean, it would be a different story if Power Rangers was always like this, from Day of the Dumpster to the most recent episode of Dino Fury. But after a while, Power Rangers did evolve. And if you watch the later series, the Rangers started to behave like human beings. They had conflicts, they had personalities, they had flaws. And, we've heard all kinds of comments like this over the years since Saban had taken over, of all these little things about what he thought Power Rangers was supposed to be that makes them, in my opinion, behave like goody two-shoes mannequins that don't feel like real human beings. And I would love to see them amend that for whatever the season is going forward, whether we get another adaptation or not. Don't necessarily throw out everything because there's probably some good stuff in there about like the Ranger lore, but just, balance it a little bit to make them feel like normal people, okay? Number 3. I really just want to see Dino Fury, like, stick the landing, for lack of a better word. It's not a perfect show. Again, I know it's cool to hate it right now for a lot of people, but I liked Season 1 for what it was, kind of like Beast Morpher Season 1 I liked for what it was, and I'm just worried Season 2 will be the same thing that happened, where it kind of goes downhill for me because it relies too much on past callbacks, and that's what I'm worried about. So just going into next year for Dino Fury's last season, I just want to see it continue to be what it is right now. If not better, great. It would be great for it to be better, but just at least be as good as it is for me right now. And that's all I ask for. And I hope it doesn't rely too much on like, look, we have this reference and that reference and that. I don't want it to become about that. Like when I sat down at the end of Beast Morpher Season 2, I'm like, was it really that good? Or was I just surprised they brought back so many things? Like past callbacks does not a good season make. So I just hope Dino Fury Season 2 sticks the landing, is halfway decent, and doesn't rely too much on the past. Number 2, I believe this was somewhere in my list last year, but I do want to see the Toei split happen, meaning us stopping Sentai adaptations eventually. Now, I know immediately people in the comments are going to be like, no, it can never happen, Illuminated is a liar. I can already see the all caps. Typing that it's not going to happen in all caps isn't going to stop it. It's not how the Force works. At this moment, again, I'm going to stress this is just a rumor. Even if this wasn't a rumor, this is something I personally want. And if you don't know what the rumor is, then I'm going to explain it again, but is that after Dino Fury, sometime after Dino Fury, we're going to stop doing Sentai adaptations, and we're going to do our own thing. And a lot of people seem to think this will be the death of Power Rangers, and then we won't be able to use previous seasons. Now, from my understanding, is if this happens, then we will still have access to the other Power Ranger stuff we've already done. Like, there'll still be a bit of a partnership between Toei and Hasbro, meaning they'll probably get some money when we use MMPR stuff and old suits, so we'll still have access to what came before. I think it just means that going forward, like, the main series won't be a Sentai adaptation. And that's what I want, because I'm totally good with us reusing, like, MMPR, Lightspeed Rescue, or other seasons for comics and whatever, animated series, whatever they want to do. But just going forward, in terms of, like, the main series, I do want to stop Sentai adaptation. As much as I like to think about what Power Rangers will do with the next Sentai series I see, being outweighed by how much closed-minded thinking just surrounds Sentai adaptations, both from the fans and the people behind the scenes. I'm just so tired of hearing like, we can't do this and we can't do that and we have to do the Sentai and respect the source material. I'm just done. I think that Power Rangers will be more successful if we break free of Sentai adaptations. That's just something I want to see, regardless of whether this rumor is true or not. you know, even if this rumor never came out, that's something I've wanted to see for a long time. Now for number one, this is in regards to the new universe. I think this was also something that was on a previous list of mine, is that I just want to see something about the new universe. And it's been a while now, and some people are worried because it's been a while since we've heard something. And I understand that. I think that it got delayed, like a lot of things, because of the pandemic and whatnot. And when that happened, they were just in pre-production. So I imagine that they spent a lot of the time behind the scenes kind of planning stuff out, and they kind of took a step back. So I think that's why we haven't heard anything. I don't think there's reason to worry in regards to like they're gonna drop it. I just think that they're gonna be taking their time more. And just going into this next year and beyond, I do want to hear more about it, and I just want to see it be good. I mean, that's a really basic pick. Like, what a dumb basic pick for your list, Awesome. I just want to see this be good. Why would I say top 5 things I want to see? I want it to be bad. But what I mean is I want to see them take their time. As the current rumor is, we might get at least one more Sentai adaptation while they bide their time to figure out exactly what they want to do. And I think that's a good idea. When we do this new universe, whatever it encapsulates, movies, TV shows, both, whatever, I want to see them take their time and do it right. Not just in terms of making something good, but in terms they fit together. Because I like the idea of the shared universe, but too many people nowadays want the shared universe and they want it right now, and they jump into it and they all fail. And Power Rangers is not big enough of a brand. You're never going to be the Avengers. Don't even try it. I think that if they're trying for this, they need to ease into it and do it right and build in a way and not immediately put all your eggs in one basket. So I want to see more about it, and I want to see them take their time and do it right so it's successful, and don't try to immediately have that shared universe success that they're seeking. But that is it for my list. That is the top 5 things I want to see out of the franchise in 2022 and beyond. As always, I want to know your guys' list. Let me know in the comments the top 5 things you want to see out of Power Rangers in 2022 and beyond. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can see some videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.